Sam always wanted to make a difference. She wanted the bacteria contained to keep everyone safe. I'm grateful to give her that. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
So that's all fine and good, but I do sort of like have to agree with. I'm not sure if it's like criticism is the right word, but people have said that like the protagonist of this game is not like the most interesting person in the world, and
I mean, the protagonist of the first one doesn't have a character at all.
No, so. but that's the thing. Take for example Dead Space, right? Mm-hmm. Dead Space 1. Isaac doesn't speak. He only speaks in Dead Space 2 and forward. So in Dead Space 1, he is simply a self-insert character. You just ascribe to him whatever personality you think he should have. Whereas in Dead Space 2, well, now he has a personality. So now you just like either you like that personality or you don't. And this was still back when you wrote like just a gruff military man. Not that Isaac is military, but he's still written in the gruff male protagonist sense. He does get a bit more interesting with the whole, space amnesia thing.
You mean space dementia?
Dementia, sorry. Yes, not amnesia. But, I guess even in Dead Space 2, he's like not the most.
No.
But, I am one of the people who think it was an improvement to give Isaac a voice and give him like a character. So there have been like some criticisms already for Dead Space Remake, because they're remaking Dead Space 1. And in this version of Dead Space 1, Isaac is gonna have a character, he's gonna have a voice. And that's something people don't like, where it's like, no, Isaac didn't have a voice in the first game. But,
it's kind of weird. People interact with him and talk to him, but never responding is...
Yeah, I know, and that's a counterpoint that people have brought up. Whereas, like, it just feels weird and unrealistic that people are talking to him all the time and he never responds to anyone. And giving him a voice actually makes him feel like a more like living and real character. Not to mention that they are bringing back the original voice actor. So it is the guy who has always voiced Isaac Clarke. But then they change his face. He looks super weird in the remake. He looks like Adam Sandler. I have no idea. They changed Nicole as well.
Does she also look like Adam Sandler?
No, but she looks like twice as old as she looked in the original game. Because like in the original game, they're both supposed to be in their 30s, and she looks like she's in their 20s. But in the remake, she looks like she's like 50. It's kind of weird just how old looking they made her. It's like almost a bit jarring. So I don't know what's up with that. And like I said, Isaac himself. He looks real. I don't know why they did that. Why did they change his appearance? Why did they make him look like a different person? What's the reason for that? What's the thought process behind completely changing how he looks? I just don't get it.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is I don't really think like is she like a fantastically written character, Robin here, just to get back to the thing. No, but I don't really care, because it's not like it's a big part of the game,
Yeah. Now I actually managed to get myself a bit confused. This is just this place.
In general, we...
Yeah, okay, I know where I am.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We good.
It's just like, I just tend to, have an opinion about this criticism of the game in particular, because it kind of came hot on the heels of the people complaining way too much and loudly about, like, what do you mean I have to play as a woman?
Oh my god, I watched a YouTube video about someone who like already talked about how Dead Space Remake is gonna be bad because, you know, oh, they gave into the woke mafia. I don't know, but
Why?
You know that voice that I gave to Angel in Hatoful Boyfriend?
Yeah.
You know, where I tried to make him sound like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
It was like that. And it was like, really? Really? You think Dead Space Remake is gonna be a good game? And it's like, they made Nicole look old and unsexy. And I mean, Jesus. A woman in her 30s? Yeah, let's take a comparison, okay? Here's Jennifer Aniston. Now compare it to the Nicole. And I, like for real. And I'm like, oh my god, first things first is like, do you know anything about like makeup and lighting and whatnot? And maybe
Jennifer
people,
Aniston also had like a lot of work done.
and maybe people who get picked as actors tend to be more attractive than people in general. I'm like, sure, yeah, I also think that Nicole looks a bit weird in the remake, but
She's not particularly attractive in the original either. She's just a woman.
She's just a normal science woman, and if you're gonna compare her to someone, just maybe compare her to another science woman or something. Maybe not bombshell actress Jennifer Aniston. Maybe she's not super representative of like how your average 30-year-old woman looks. Men on the internet having opinions about what women should or shouldn't look like in video games. And he was like, I'm not gonna harp too much about the whole making all the women non-sexy in this video. And then he spent like more than half of the video just talking about how the women weren't sexy enough.
But that just means that he could have spent the entire video doing it, but he refrained from doing so.
That is... that is very kind of him, and very yeah, you know, he really did have to restrain himself there.
So you can take off your snowsuit. You're never gonna need, well, no, I don't think you're gonna need it again. And you can leave the Snow Fox here too, on the Snow Fox charging pad.
Oh yeah.
Cause we're going back in the water, baby.
I assume that I'm never gonna go back here.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I assume we're like done with the land part of the game.
Exactly, which is why I suggest.
Good thing I didn't build a bigger base than this. It is a very nice base though. I like my land base.
Yeah, and I did tell you you're not gonna need, but.
Question.
Yeah.
Bioreactor. Can I like put fruits and veggies in there?
I don't know.
Because then this would be like a completely self-sustaining base. I want to see. Can I do that? Yes. Wow.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. Sorry, I said I don't know, but I knew. Like, I usually stuff mushrooms in there, so the answer should have been like, yes, you can. So I actually suggest you. I mean, grab some stuff. Because the thing is, we wanna go find that last blueprint, right? For the alien body.
Yes.
And I think you can guess that there isn't all that much game left after that. So I made a very small list of things that I think you should bring on that trip.
Oh, okay.
And so let's see about packing some stuff, and we'll have to. I mean, we're gonna stop by the big base anyway.
Well, yeah. Gotta dump off all of the stuff from here. Now, obviously, Speedwagon is waiting for me down here. Mm-hmm. And Speedwagon's got a pretty decent amount of storage.
Yeah.
So, let's start storing. We got rubies.
Don't think you need
We
those.
got spicy fruit salad for days.
You don't need that either.
But I made all of it.
Yeah, but I have a list of things you need, and neither...
Nicole's necklace, I assume, is something I actually need.
I don't know, actually.
I can bind it in the 1 to 5, so it's like an equipable
I
thing.
mean, bring it, but...
I am bringing it.
Remember to put on your rebreather again.
Oh yeah.
And maybe your still suit or something, because you definitely don't need the snow suit.
Let's see.
Don't need the spy pangling either.
Pump. Cold suit, yeah.
I mean, you're storing all kinds of stuff in your sea truck that just takes up space that you're not gonna need in the sea truck.
No, it's just that like if I'm gonna leave this base, I'm gonna loot it for as much as I can in case I might have to build another base somewhere.
Yeah, but I meant like the spy pangling and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a land thing.
Yeah, and your snowsuit is also a land thing, so
Oh my god.
that's what I meant. Just
You are so 100% correct. Now, obviously, the water filtration suit is not, you know, something I really need either.
no, but you definitely don't need the snowsuit, so.
But but yeah, I have my criticisms.
Can you?
Okay.
Sorry. You could make like you're definitely gonna need a plasteel and let's see.
Uh-huh.
2 plasteel ingots, I guess you could make for better storage.
For better storage,
Yeah.
2 plasteel ingots.
Well, you're gonna need them, so you might as well make them because then you need to.
Oh, okay, so that's... Thank you. You have to... assume that I don't always know exactly what you're talking about. That would help.
Yes.
There. This takes up as much space as 2 plasteel ingots. Wait, I actually... No, plasteel is 2 lithium as well.
Ah.
Did I bring any lithium in this particular round?
I don't think you did, but
No, I don't think I have any here either. Pop, pop, pop. Now, spy pangling. Dun, dun. I'm gonna put that back. So yeah, I have my criticisms about Dead Space Remake. I just put out a new thing on the channel. By the time recording this, maybe I put out like a week or 2 weeks ago, which we haven't tried before, which is just like clips and just sampling interesting discussions that pop up in various parts of Let's Play episodes to see if they could serve as a standalone little snippet to maybe pull in some views for that particular episode or that particular LP series. And I talked to Mike about Dead Space Remake. Again, since you are listening to this from the future, by the time you're listening to this, Dead Space Remake will be out. So,
when is it coming out?
as of this recording, in a couple of days.
Oh.
So when you're listening to this, Dead Space Remake will be out.
Okay, okay. I have a new thing that I have to beat.
Yes.
Who's gonna come out first?
Oh, I thought you meant like something to do while you're at home.
No. I'm like,
Yeah.
I will.
Will the baby come out before Dead Space Remake?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Maybe I can scare myself into labor.
Maybe you can. But I talked about this with Mike on our Let's Play of the Callisto Protocol, and I made a clip out of it as well, where I just condensed it, where the makers of Dead Space Remake had they showed off a thing that they did as sort of like, here is how we are improving on the original game by doing things slightly differently from how it was done in the original game. And it's always like a feeling of like, oh no, they're gonna be changing stuff. Oh, I hope this isn't bad. And what they showed off actually makes me a little bit worried about Dead Space Remake. Actually a little bit worried. Now let's see. Such a waste to leave batteries behind. But no, I can always make more batteries.
Yeah.
But no, you remember the first time that you saw an infector, the flying things that turn the corpses into necromorphs? Mm-hmm. And every time, up until this point in the game, where something has happened behind the pane of glass, you have not been able to interact with that thing. You can just watch it happen behind a pane of glass, and then it's like, ooh, that was a spooky thing that happened behind this pane of glass, and then you move on. But here, you watch an infector fly in, stab its nose thing at a corpse, turn that corpse into a enhanced necromorph, one of the black necromorphs, and it jumps through the glass and attacks you. And that's super scary because that has never happened before in the game. You have always, up until that point, been safe when you're standing behind a pane of glass.
Why would they reveal that, though?
No, that wasn't what it was like in the original game.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't remember that, to be honest, but yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
That was what it was like in the original game. So it was partly a learning experience. You saw what the infectors did, and you realized that infectors are priority targets because they create necromorphs, so you have to take them out immediately. It was not a cutscene. You can just walk around in the room, and it gives you a feeling of agency, and it makes the situation very tense, and it feels stressful. And you're looking around, seeing it like, oh shit, can I stop this somehow? And maybe you could have, right? You can't, but you get the feeling that maybe I could have stopped this somehow. And it's just like a very well-designed scene to teach you gameplay elements, give you a sense of like unnerving and stress. And what they did in the remake, they showed it off, is that they turned this entire thing into a cutscene. They turned the entire thing into an uninteractable cutscene, where instead, now Isaac walks into the room, and all of this instead happens while Isaac is in the room, in a cutscene. And their argument was that they think this is a positive change because they make it more immersive than it was before. And I understand that from the context of it's more immersive for the character of Isaac Clarke. Because they're like, now it's something that is happening to him directly instead of something that he is observing from behind a pane of glass. Yeah, it's more immersive for the character of Isaac Clarke, but it is not more immersive for the person playing the game. Because now, it's just an uninteractive cutscene. Right? So Mike was in full agreement with me that like, no, this change does not actually make it a more immersive experience. It makes it, in fact, a less immersive experience than it was before. What's your opinion?
Yeah, I think so too. It's like... I don't even see how a cutscene is necessarily more immersive.
No, they're not, because you never have any agency in a cutscene.
Yeah, so I don't even agree with their assessment. So, I don't know. I mean, it's like, obviously when it's not a cutscene, and I think that is kind of the stance that modern video games take on it, it's like, oh, but then you can miss it.
That was a thing, and we talked about that in previous games where older games that don't have forced camera while things are happening, you do run the risk of missing a cutscene, right? Something is happening and you just happened to be looking away while the thing was happening. So now you missed it.
I think personally, and I don't know, maybe, like, I'm not a video game designer, obviously, and I've not fully thought this through, but I think there is still, like, a way around that. You skipped the locker that had the posters, by the way.
Oh, I did?
This bugs me a bit, yeah.
Which was that? No, it wasn't on this floor, right?
No, you just, maybe this one? No.
No, I think it's downstairs.
Oh, okay, possible. The point is, I saw you opening a locker that had all of these posts. Yeah.
Here. Okay, yeah.
Now back to my point, where it's like you could like force at least the camera to somewhere for a moment where you just do a little bit, like, not really a cutscene, but more like you're like zzz, kind of where you're not in control, where the game is like, look at this, but then give you your controls back immediately. You know what I mean? Where it's like they give you the option of like, hey, you might want to check this out, but then hand right back to you rather than... And I mean, it's like the Dead Space 2 did that almost a couple of times, where I was constantly on my toes of like, at which point am I back in control, right? That almost gives you a little like, oh, I can't just drop my hands from the keyboard.
Yeah. Let's see. I just realized one thing. Can I have like... No, I need 1 titanium. I'm a bit nervous about the fact that I have to make a refrigerator or all of my spicy fruit salad.
But they don't have an expiry bar, honey.
They don't?
No.
I assumed that I had to have my spicy fruit salad in a refrigerator or it would go bad. Are you saying I don't need to do that?
Check out the thing where you put them.
Okay. Maybe just for role-playing reasons.
For role-playing reasons, you may want to put them in a refrigerator. But for
I know they don't have
reasons,
I know they
do
don't
not have an expiry bar. So,
And I assume the spicy fruit salad is in fact like the best meal in the game. It seems like it. It seems very good.
Have you ever had food troubles in this game so far? Like,
no.
You have all of the stuff and you stock up on 1 million spicy fruit salads and shit, but the point is you have been a very well-fed girl for the entirety of this Let's Play, so I don't understand where this fear of starvation is coming from.
I'm, better safe than sorry is all I feel. I don't know, maybe you treat it differently as someone who is more experienced with survival games in general. That you always, or like you're fine with just running around only having the bare necessity.
I mean, you got a fabricator in your thing. So I never even bring food. I can just find and cook fish on the go.
Oh, I hate that I can't fit this in perfectly here. But I guess it's gotta be here. Right in front of the glass. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. It looks so bad.
But why a vending machine?
Because I did the wrong. It wasn't supposed to be a vending machine. It was supposed to be a refrigerator, okay?
Yeah.
I just thought I clicked on the refrigerator, but it was in fact a vending machine. Here. Fridge is smaller. Maybe I can fit fridge. Yes, perfect. Okay. That looks better. It's still not great, but it looks better. More diamonds. More lithium. More titanium. Yeah.